Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the General Collective weekly reading. It is February 22nd as I am recording this. We currently have a sun in Pisces and the moon is in Taurus. I'm going to be starting out with the energy oracle cards. I'm not sure which tarot deck I'll be using, but for this one we're gonna just jump right on in. As I always say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid, and the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. And let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this week. And I'm getting the song, like, as I sat down, I just, it just started playing in my head. But I had got it a few weeks ago, just as I was, moving about in my day-to-day. And it's coming up again. So I don't know if it's, may resonate for someone in the collective, but it's the song, My Love is the Shh. And it's by the group Something for the People. So that song could be significant to someone. Or, you or someone you're energetically connected to. Or because they're just playing the chorus. And she says, because it's a conversation, the song itself. And it's in it the female says, boy, you'll never find another love as good as this. So you better represent, cause my love is the shh. And the guy says, girl, if he says the same thing to her, girl, you'll never find another love as good as this. Like, so that makes me feel like there's a masculine and a feminine energy that energetically could be, talking to each other. In that way, like the love, or even, it doesn't even have to be love, just the connection that they have with each other is almost as if, because the spirit is saying they know. Both energies knows like their love is almost like unique and almost exclusive to each other. So they know they'll, never find another love like the other. Like it can only be found within each other. But let's see. Let me get a few more shuffles on this. Let's see what is going on, Spirit. What's up for this week? Let me get one more. Bottom of the deck we have the appreciation energy. Like, I can't make this up. And to me in this deck, this is like almost like the Empress energy. So divine feminine energy here. Under that, we have the storm warning. And then we have the blossoming abundance, which is like the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups energy, but I'm really feeling like Jupiter energy off of this. Just with the the expansion energy that comes along with Jupiter. And then we have all tied up with door to spirit. And of course, I was like, just with the moon being in Taurus, the throat chakra energy was strong as I sat down to do start this reading. And we have the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra, Archangel Gabriel, followed by the Karen connections, which is like the Two of Cups. Yeah, and this is really just again reiterating. They're saying this is the energy, the Seven of Cups and the attachment. For some of you, I don't know whether this is you or someone you're energetically connected to, and they're saying take the Patience card. Because the Patience card in this deck is almost like Temperance. And I feel like there's an energy here. Again, like I said, whether this is you or someone you're energetically connected to, like they've been trying to like almost search for this connection with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups energy here, because the Seven of Cups could be like an energy of, wishful thinking. It could be an energy of multiple options, because here it says adjacent possibilities, or it could also be like emotional confusion. And it's almost like with this energy, like especially with the attachment here, it's almost like, yeah, like I said, like someone is like either searching for that like the connection that they have with you and others. And it's almost like, or I'll say this, they are finding a hard to, I can't even get my words out right now, having a hard time detaching from this connection, because it's almost like, just like the song says, they know that they're never gonna find you in other people or another person or however it resonates for you. So the Patience card is almost like an energy, like I'm feeling of almost like reconciliation, because it's Temperance, but trying to like I don't know, in a way, like get over the separation in a way, if they're unable to reconnect. But it's almost like with this broken heart energy, which is like the Three of Swords, it feels like they're wanting to end the separation with the world here. I almost feel like how like news broadcasters say, it's like you heard it here first. I don't know why I feel like saying that, but my guides actually said you had it here first. So I don't know if it was, the way that makes me feel, intuiting that is almost like you could have been the first connection for someone where they actually experienced love, or vice versa. Because I feel like if you're a feminine energy, this storm warning, um, it feels like with this storm warning, it can be similar to the tower energy, which could just be like, something, like a sudden event, a sudden realization, um, or epiphany. It almost feels like with this storm warning, like something is coming in that's almost like, I guess the only word I can say, especially with it coupled or, in between the appreciation and the blossoming abundance, like it's something that's, beneficial. I don't know why that keeps coming up also, but it's coming up for, it's come up a lot. And it's like my guides want me to specifically, keep using the words beneficial. Um, for you. And whatever it is, it feels like the expansion is going to happen like fast, like because of the storm warning. I feel like it's something that is going to like in a way like throw you for a loop, especially with this all tied up. It's like you're not even like it's almost like you're not going to be able to make sense of it. Cuz I'm hearing like the energy of like where's this coming from? Like if so, like as if someone is like telling you something. Um but it makes me feel like with the door to spirit and the fifth chakra here, the throat chakra, as if someone, and it possibly could be a masculine energy, is coming forward, um, almost led by spirit to communicate something to you in regards to this connection. For some of you, this all tied up energy is the energy that will be coming forward. And if that's the case, it's like the all tied up energy is like an Eight of Swords energy. Like it's almost like they can't make sense of why spirit is like almost prompting them to say this, because I feel like you're already in this blossoming abundance energy. So it feels like whatever this storm warning is, it's almost like it's gonna like it like whatever's coming is like extra or a bonus. It's not something that you need, but it like it feels like it's adding on to what you already have as this feminine energy. It's almost making me feel like I've never felt the storm warning like this before. Like it's carrying a very like intriguing energy behind it. Like it's not destructive. Like it's not chaotic. It's almost making me want to read it because I'm not feeling it how, I normally feel it. But let's see. Like I'm actually feeling it like like possibly as if it was the reverse, but I don't read these cards reverse. But that's how I feel. So it says the storm warning. It says clouds on the horizon. It says upright. This card indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself in your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be conscious, yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. And then it says reverse. It says, this card reverse indicates that the dark times are behind you, or at least beginning to fall away. You can take heart that sunny skies and better times are on the horizon. This new light may bring a time of reassessment and redirection for you. Let yourself consider where you want to go next. Also, spend some time reflecting on the difficulty that has passed. What was the lesson for you? Whether it's about self-love or empowerment, remember to bring these intentions and the lessons you learned into your bright new path. And then the affirmation says, I have the power to overcome any obstacle, no matter what is going on. I can be strong, confident, and self-directed. Yeah, because with it being in between these two cards, like I almost wanted to say like sunshine after the rain. And for some of you, like I feel like you don't even feel this energy coming in. So for a lot of you, I mean, you take what resonates for you. But the way that I'm feeling this energy is like the storm has already passed. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's, for some of you, I feel like you're already on the other side of this storm warning. And if you're in this all tied up energy, it's because like, I don't know, maybe you are, thank you, Spirit. Because Spirit is saying like blind faith. It's not that you're fearful. It's not that, you're stuck mentally. It's blind faith with the all tied up and the daughter spirit. That's the energy that you're in right now. You're exercising blind faith. So it's almost like you're allowing spirit to navigate you and trusting and having faith. And while spirit is doing that with you, they're also working with this masculine energy to bring it together. But this masculine, like spirit is leading this masculine to be like almost vocal. And I'm hearing they have to be. Because I just heard Kevin Hart say it with your chest. All right, what's going on, Spirit? So first card out, we have the second chakra, which is Archangel Ariel. And that is the sacral chakra, which is, the chakra that, we exert ourselves. We take action along with the solar plexus. But it's where, it's our passion, our desire. It's that hub that harnesses that energy, the sacral chakra. And then up under that, we have healer of the ages. Some of you could be going through a sacral chakra healing. And then we have the happy family, which is like the 10 of cups with the temple path. I don't even, I feel like this is more so happening for a masculine energy because I'm almost getting like the Ace of Wands, like the energy of creation. Like something is supposed to be created. This Ten of Cups energy. But I feel like with the indecision and the financial constraints, which is like the Two of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, this is where this masculine is at. So Spirit is trying to lead them to this. But they, like I said, with the Two of Wands, this indecision, they have to make the decision to leave this energy alone, yeah. To walk away from this Five of Pentacles energy, this feeling of lack, this feeling of abandonment, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. It's time to leave that behind so that they can go from the Five to the Ten of Pentacles. Because then we have the man holding a coin, which is the King of Pentacles. So it is the masculine energy. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. Can I get another one, please, Spirit? Can I get another one, please? So we have the cornucopia card coming out, which is, like I said, like that Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this masculine is like, I'm feeling like the energy of a hyper focus, like very fixated, which would be Taurus energy. I'm, basically creating this something long lasting, some type of stability, legacy even. Can I get one more, please? Yeah, we have the Deceit card coming out, which is like the devil in this deck, but it's almost like with the Four of Wands at the bottom, or excuse me, Four of Swords, the rest and rejuvenation. I feel like this devil energy has been put to bed. Whatever that could have possibly been holding this masculine back, whether it was a person, place, or thing, bad habits, toxic connections, I feel like that has been, like, that is no more. I almost feel like that is in reverse as well. Can I get one more just to clarify this Deceit card, please, Spirit? The Temple Path. So yeah, it's like, yeah, and this is, this is either the giving in to temptation with the indecision here, or, following, the path that Spirit has for this masculine. And it feels like up under the indecision, we have the man holding the heart, the sun, and the feminine energy, the appreciation card coming out. So it's basically making me feel like with this Deceit energy put to bed, oh my God, Spirit, what this masculine is not realizing is whatever decision is going to lead them on this temple path anyway, whichever way they go. Because when you look at it like this, the temple path, the indecision, and the man holding the heart, it doesn't matter, because following your heart is the temple path, and where Spirit is trying to lead this masculine is the temple path. So it really doesn't, matter which way they go. with this energy being basically like defeated, is what my guys just said, by the temple path, it leads to the sun, which is like the happiest card in the deck, and most decks. But it's the energy of freedom, it's clarity, it's freedom, of expression. It's the light being shown, and it leads to this feminine energy. Wow, I wasn't expecting this, but let's see. I'm gonna go honest truth for the tarot deck. And you know what's crazy? The first time I ever seen this deck, I fell in love with it. And it took me so long to find out exactly what the name of it was. And it was like I had to have it. And from the first time I seen it, I was like, oh, I need this deck. I need it. And it's funny because, like I said in the beginning of the video, whether you've experienced love for the first time with this person or it was like there was just almost like a knowing that this was it. So let's see what's going on. I can feel like some of y'all don't like this deceit card here, but y'all know, like, I read my cards intuitively, and we're gonna find out what the tarot has to say about it. I know how I'm feeling it, and the cards are just a tool for confirmation. So we'll see. Like, because I'm really not feeling it any other way. Like, it really doesn't even make sense with all of these cards surrounding it. The cornucopia, the temple path, like, it doesn't feel like it's out of alignment, other than me physically needing to flip it upside down because that's how I'm feeling it, like the reverse. But we'll see. Give me one more, please, Spirit. What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this week? So, bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, masculine fire energy. And this is almost lining up right with the second chakra, the sacral chakra. Like I can feel like the passion, the desire, the wanting to take action coming off of this masculine. Under that, we have the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is crazy. And down here we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the cornucopia. So this masculine energy could be like really stressed or overthinking about how they are going to create this Ten of Pentacles. It can only, like, the way it makes me feel with the 7 and the 10 here is like it can only come by way of the Three of Pentacles, which is via collaboration and teamwork, working together with another, with the Three of Pentacles. But they have, like, it almost feels like this Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands, this is like, if there's any fear, it's coming from their past actions. So this could be, especially with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands, this could be this masculine, like in a way, with the Eight of Pentacles, wanting to, fix their past actions. They're at least revisiting them with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands, like almost in the way of, for some of you, their past actions came in between this, this Ten of Pentacles actually being created. But like I said, the only way that they're going to do it is by working with this feminine energy, putting in the time, the energy, the effort. The word my guides are giving me is the consistency in order to move forward with this Empress. And then we have the Chariot. And then here's that energy, the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune, like the storm warning and that blossoming abundance. Because I feel like the path ahead is clear for this masculine. To, take this action if that's what they choose. But let's see what comes out. Can I get one for this second chakra? And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is, the Knight of Pentacles. He is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he's also one of the more reliable knights. He is a knight that is a planner. He is a knight that is going to, think before he acts. And then we have the Six of Pentacles at the bottom. This masculine's like, not for nothing, their sexual energy, they could be trying to like temper that as well. Whether it's in general or just their desire for this feminine energy, they're trying to not, come off like y'all know how it goes, like overly like sexually attracted to this feminine. Can I get another one for the second chakra? And this Knight of Pentacles. Can I get another one, please? Yeah, they could have went through, like I said, we have the Star coming out, the healing process, in regards to their sacral chakra, where they're, almost, if it is in regards to their sexual energy, they're being, a little bit more like making wiser choices. They could even be, or could be exercising abstinence. I'm feeling that as well. And now I'm hearing L Varner and J. Cole's, they only like the song Only Want to Give It to You. So, because I can feel you as this star energy. Like they could be, being stingy, or you could be being stingy with your, your lady parts or your man parts, not wanting to, share that with anyone, and that's, your choice. Then we have the Eight of Wands, followed by the Emperor, and I'm laughing because I seen the Emperor as soon as I pulled the Eight of Wands off the bottom of the deck, and it's almost like, yeah, this masculine, they are ready to come rushing in. But I respect it because it's as this Emperor. So it's almost like this Knight of Pentacles is how they're, it's almost like how they're exercising restraint within themselves. They're not, making any rush judgments. They're not, moving too fast. They're not moving emotionally. They're actually moving from a grounded place. And with the Eight of Wands, like I said, that could be communication, that could be travel, but it's almost like this masculine knows whatever they do, they have to show up as this Emperor. Because then we have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and, we're right back, because it's like if they don't, they're, this is, they're self-sacrificing. Or it's not sacrificing, self-sabotaging, excuse me. The Emperor is the only way that they're able to create this via collaboration, but also overcome this Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords energy. Because if they don't, they risk jeopardizing it, jeopardizing creating it, or jeopardizing staying in this energy. So it almost is giving me the energy of like whatever this this masculine knows that they have to do it right. They have to show up the right way. Give me one for this cornucopia, please. The Three of Cups. So that's almost like the same energy of that Temperance. It's almost like the minor Temperance, because it speaks to, collaboration. It also speaks to, like be calibrating emotionally with others or another. But it's almost like the way this makes me feel like there's wealth and connection. Like wealth and connection are like, tied together. And they're like, it's like they're almost eager with this Knight of Wands and the Magician to like make this a reality. Or almost like excited. Can I get another one for this Three of Cups with the cornucopia? The Seven of Cups. And that makes me feel like with the Seven of Cups, the way that it's shown up here, is like they're really having like wishful thinking in regards to this being created. This Ten of Pentacles, cornucopia energy. But also there's like an energy of almost regret. From the 3 to the 7 is the 4. And it could have been because with the 5 of Swords at the bottom, the way my guys are saying it is because of their big head, which, is referring to the ego of this masculine. They could have thought like they had options, or the options that they had were either not viable in creating this, or it's like with the 5 of Swords, how can I say this? It's almost like they were kind of like I said before, like deceiving themselves. Like they could find like your energy, or even if this is you, or you thought that you would be able to find this energy in others. But it was just your ego, like your ego or this masculine's ego, that kind of like defeated them in a way. because now they're seeing it from a whole different perspective. And then we have the Queen of Wands, the feminine fire energy. Some of you feminines like turned your back or like took your focus off of this masculine, and that, transformed the connection with the Death card and the Lovers. Some of you could have made a decision to like end it, and that's where, here it is, that Four of Cups energy I was feeling. That's where this energy is coming from. Like they missed this opportunity. So it comes with, the regret, sadness, being bored and discontent emotionally. Can I get one for this deceit card, please, Spirit? Why is the deceit here for the collective? So we have the Page of Wands, which is the first thing I was drawn to on this card, which says it is good news. Yeah, it's almost like with the Page of Wands, and then we have the Page of Pentacles up under that. It's almost like this masculine is seeing that this energy was like, they're seeing it for what it is, for one, what it was for some, but also seeing how it was almost like creating like a restless, lustful impulsiveness energy within them. Like that's where it came from. Like it's almost like, imagine like, being told no all the time. And I'm not saying like this is your situation, this is just an example of always feeling like no, you couldn't have this, or always being told no, you can't have that, no, you can't do this, like a restricted child in a way. When you either get of age or you get some freedom, you're going to want to do everything that you couldn't do, because there was like a freedom in that. Doesn't mean that it's it's healthy for you, but you're gonna naturally want to do the shit that you maybe felt that you couldn't do. And this masculine is almost seeing like that's where that energy came from them feeling restricted, limited, bound to whatever the devil energy may be for this person. It could even could have even been their own self. Because look at what it created. It created, and them being in this energy, it created the Seven of Swords. It caused them to, possibly be sneaky, manipulative, lie, cheat, steal. But it also created the energy of self-sabotage along with it. So it's almost like this Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles energy is like them having that, that realization, really looking at this deceit, devil energy for what it is and what it created, and honestly like how it made them. Because it's almost like with the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Cups, they're realizing like all of the things that they lost, all of, possibly, connections, things that they lost because they weren't able to overcome it. But it's showing me now with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands that this person is overcoming that energy, or has overcome it. Because it's like they weren't able to, they could have messed up a lot of things that were, relationships, friendships, family ships, even, whatever. any type of collaborations that they could have had, you know, this energy kind of messed them up. But we'll get another one. Can I get one more for this deceit and the Page of Wands? Too many, Spirit. Less cards, please. The deceit with the Page of Wands. So we have the Fool coming out, which says taking a leap of faith, a fresh start. More confirmation that this deceit energy, like, yeah, it's like they, whatever they were doing, they're not doing it no more. For some of you as a feminine energy, I almost feel like with this Queen of Swords, you could have called them out on it. And Spirit, like, it backed you with the Justice card. Some of them are getting confirmation of something that you said. Or even, like, if you cut them off, because that's what a Queen of Swords does. They are realizing, like, why you cut them off. And it was the right thing to do. With the Page of Swords, the Justice, and the Queen of Swords. Because it's like, nah, ain't nobody got time for this shenanigans. Like, what? Can I get one more, please? I'm going to put it back because it fell on the floor. But look what came out. The Queen of Wands. Look, right next to the Queen of King of Wands. That's funny. Can I get one more to go with this Fool energy? So it's almost like this masculine is like, the good news for this masculine is like seeing what life is like outside of this devil energy. Possibly for the first time. Spirit said they got a taste. They got a taste. They, you know, and that possibly could have happened, you know, in their connection with you. They got a taste of what life, you know, would be like, could be like outside of this energy that was basically like almost like a monkey on their back. It's like I said, it's making them re-look at their energy as this Knight of Wands and what they created from it, which was this Seven of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Can't make this shit up. So can I get one for the Temple Path? What's the Temple Path? Why is the Temple Path here? Too many. The Temple Path. Oh. Why is the Temple Path here? Yeah, coming out of this energy, I can't, listen, I cannot make this shit up. The Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, followed by the Six of Swords. Going from chaos to calm. Going from that 5 to the 6. From this energy of, you know, feeling, you know, possibly, you know, it could have even been like a lack mentality. Like this masculine could have just been like, woe is me. So it's almost like they could have even been acting out with that Knight of Wands energy just because it was just like, fuck it. That was a negative mentality to have. Like that don't mean that you just risk everything yourself for one. But this is getting over that energy with the Temple Path. And the Five of Pentacles. Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Can I get another one for the Temple Path? Or for some of them, that is the way out. Yep, look. The Eight of Swords. This is that all tied up energy. You know, being stuck. And like I said, for some of them, this was their own self. like an unhealed, unintegrated part of themselves that kept them in this energy of the Eight of Swords, their own, a prison of their own making. Because then look what's on the other side of it, the sun. It says enlightenment, success, and happiness. Can I get one more, please? The Ten of Cups, which was that blossom in abundance. It says joy, peace, family, and contentment. And the Six of Wands, which says triumph, public recognition, and pride. I feel like, and it's also like an energy of, victory. Where, for some of these masculines, I don't know. And this could just be like a personal bias of mine, but it's almost like whoever this masculine energy is, they were afraid of just of having a good life. So it's, for some of them, it almost feels like they intentionally sabotage good things because they just maybe didn't feel deserving, didn't know what it ever felt like. It's crazy. I don't know, there's no way to justify it. But then again, that's why this Eight of Swords is here, because it was their own perception that kept them from it. But now they're freeing themselves as the King of Swords. Yep. Getting rid of it. Setting themselves free from it with the Nine of Wands. Because in a way, it was holding them back, yeah. And having them almost keep going back and repeating, a cycle of really almost sadness with the Eight of Wands. It would just lead them to the Five of Cups. The energy of regret, focusing on the loss. It's that crying over spilled milk. I'll get one more. Yeah, done. Completely done. That negative mindset, that negative mentality with the Ten of Swords, done with it. And look at what's at the bottom. The Ace of Wands. It almost feels like they're wanting to reignite a connection with the Six of Swords. But it's also an energy of creating a new emotional pattern, because this could have been a pattern of this masculine. Anything else we need to know about this this deceit energy? Anything else we need to know about this deceit energy? Yeah. Look, I just heard swift justice. So this masculine took some type of intentional action to cut this out. And with justice being here, Spirit is it's a go. Yep. That was what you were supposed to do. For some of them, it's they almost had to like I said, either Spirit is making this masculine be verbal towards this feminine, but it's almost they had to use their voice in order to, even if it was just talking to themselves. This deceit energy could be anything for this masculine. It's different for, everyone. But yeah, they had to take the action to walk away. The Eight of Cups. And leave this behind. The Five of Cups. Can I get one for this star energy, please, Spirit? And then we'll grab the guidance and advice Too yang. The star energy. What is the star energy? Seven of Pentacles. So I'm feeling that two ways, because although I do feel like this star energy is tied to the feminine, I also feel like it's this masculine, deciding to, step into the energy of the star for themselves, where they're, making better choices, wanting to, actually invest in their own healing process, wanting to see like their, like, it almost makes me want to see like an energy of like wanting to see something through, see what would happen if they were to invest in the healing of themselves, but also like healing in this, and by way of like investing in this feminine energy, like how healing that would be for them as well, like to see something through, to be consistent, to have a plan, to and see, get the return on an investment. I feel like this person was moving too fast. They put their time into energy and into things, people, places, and never seen anything come of it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. For some of you, if you're resonating as the feminine energy, this could be an apology or some type of expression of emotion with the Page of Cups. But this is also like the Page of Cups can represent an emotional renewal. Can I get one more to go with this energy, please? Oh, there we have it. The Three of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups. This masculine could have withheld emotionally from this feminine energy. But like I said, it was that devil energy keeping them from exchanging emotionally with a feminine energy that mastered their emotions, getting what they wanted. But it was this devil energy that really kept them from who they were, or who they are, excuse me. It kept them from having what they want and being who they are with the devil energy. And for some of you, this devil energy, the way I'm feeling it between these cards, is almost like it's speaking to, like, I don't want to say obsession because I don't feel it like that, but just to the intensity of the connection and having what they want, like with this feminine, what it is that they want. That's what it's speaking to. But here we have the Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration, teamwork. I mean, at this point, do we even need the guidance and advice? We have the Ace of Swords. Truth, victory, clarity. And look, the Two of Cups. You know what I almost want to say? Like, this masculine was the cause and the cure. And I feel that even if this has nothing to do with a feminine, but if it does have something to do with the feminine, you caused this masculine to go through this process. And I'm not saying that you're the cure, but they had to get to this point. So it's almost like, yeah, like this is like, I don't think I've ever had a reading where I felt like both energies in a way, like, just by coming together, were like both triggering but also healing to one another as well. Because I'm not like, in no way am I saying like this feminine, like, I could imagine being having to deal with someone like this, having to, establish a boundary, remove yourself, walk away even. But they see it clearly now. They see it very clearly now. So let's grab the guidance and advice. What's the guidance and advice, Spirit, as it pertains to this energy? For the collective. Oh, hold on, y'all. All these cards falling out. What's the guidance and advice? Spirit is fun. So we have two coming out, and this flipped out the first time, or flipped over. But we have Goddess of the Moon and Happy Family. Give me one for this Goddess of the Moon, please. The Goddess of the Moon, why is this here for the guidance and advice? Alright. Two of Cups still at the bottom. Can I get one for the Happy Family? The Happy Family. Where is this Happy Family card here, Spirit? Alright. So let's read this Goddess of the Moon, because it just almost makes me feel like it's the intuition. The moon could be very significant this week for some of you, but the Goddess of the Moon card typically just represents or speaks to, having that intuition and basically using it as your guide. But let's see what it says. It says, Goddess of the Moon, intuition and going within. It says, upright, this card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. The Goddess of the Moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spellbinding novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration this brings. If this card is reversed, it says, this card reverse reveals blocked intuition, an inner disconnect, or a sense of living in the dark. You have a deep desire to know your purpose and truth, but they can feel very distant. This is a message of dissatisfaction where your inner life is concerned. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles to the inner peace and wisdom you seek. If so, you need to let that go and renew your faith in yourself, in your eternal spirit. Get out of your own way and release the fear that's blocking the truth of your blessed eternal nature. Your soul, your higher self, knows you best, so allow stillness in your life. Listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice and trust what you receive. Yes, I like that. Because I feel like, I guess, like, with this masculine deciding to, like, trust spirit, take this leap of faith and go, on this path that clearly their intuition and spirit has been pointing them to go, is, like, I feel like they've already done it. Or they're, doing it actively. And let's read the happy family card. So it says closeness, fun, and caring. And both of these, I just noticed are Cancer energy. The 5 and the 2 is the 7, which represents the Chariot. The 4 is the 4th house, which is, ruled by Cancer. The moon is, rules Cancer. So this could definitely have something to do with your 4th house or your 7th house. 4 and 7 could definitely be, and 4 and 7 or 7-4 could be significant. But we have the happy family card. It says closeness, fun, and caring. It says upright, the rainbow over this happy family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find in a truly loving relative relative or friend brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card in your spread could indicate a potential meeting or perhaps a relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, an anniversary, or a birthday party. Enjoy. It says reversed. When the happy family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, such as parents or siblings, or it may be that something is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. There could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for here. So let your intuition be your guide. Spirit, shut up. Remember, real healing starts when you choose to become your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, friend, or child. The lesson in every relationship is self-honoring, and sometimes the karma is just to let go. So, clarifying the goddess of the moon, we have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I think I want to say I picked up on it in one of the past readings where someone has been fighting with their intuition. And that's what, this is the advice is to stop fighting it because it's pointing you where you want to go. And I can't, I cannot make this shit up. Under it, bottom of the Oracle deck, we have the King of Pentacles. And then the bottom of the Tarot deck, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah. I can't make this shit up. It's time for this masculine to take the action to change. The Knight of Wands is putting this energy to rest, to bed with the Death card, and answering the call of this 2 of Cups. Otherwise, they're just going to stay in this apathetic energy of the 4 of Cups. This is crazy. Can I get one more? Why this 5 of Wands? Whoa. Hmm. And then we have the King of Cups. Yeah, so it's like this masculine energy. If they haven't done it already, they and following their intuition and stop fighting against it, they are establishing emotional intelligence. They will maturate, and for some of them they have. They went from the knight to the king. And if they haven't, that's the guidance and advice to stop fighting with your intuition so that you can have this. Like, I almost feel like this masculine, it has the opportunity here to have a glow up and to basically shine right next to someone who's already there. With the Empress, they'll at least be able to, close this gap. But emotional maturity and growth is needed. Give me one for this Empress, please. And there's that storm warning again. Yeah, the Tower. I feel like I said, this is going to come out of nowhere for this feminine. And here's that Chariot energy. Listen, this is like a double glow up if I've ever seen it. Look at what the Tower is bringing. I don't know what to say. I'm stuck for words right now. I honestly believe like this Tower, is it for this feminine energy, is it actually showing up in the physical and being tangible, being real? And it could come, for some of you, not all of you, by way of like creating a family structure with this masculine. It's beneficial to you both. So like I almost want to say like why not? But I get it. Like I'm not saying anybody has to do or deal with someone they don't want to deal with anymore, but it feels like literally outside of all cliche, like this is meant, like it whatever happened was supposed to happen the way it did to like almost lead you back here. Anything else, Spirit? Like in regards to what I'm feeling? Like I know I'm not bugging. Look. The Judgment card. And y'all seen that Queen of Pentacles flipped over with those other cards, but I put it back. But yeah, I feel like this was the calling happening for the both of you. With Judgment coming out. This feels heavily orchestrated by Spirit. Heavily orchestrated. What's up under this King of Pentacles? Because there he is again. Look, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Sun, the adjacent possibilities, and the Yin and Yang. With like I don't know why I feel like saying like this was the only option. You were either the only option for this masculine or them you. Like So as always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that, this resonated for some of you. And if not, it just wasn't your story, and that's fine. I hope everyone enjoys the week. I hope everyone is safe. And I will see y'all on the next one. All right? Later.